All right, welcome back. I hope you are having a good day. 2 weeks ago, I pruned this rain tree all the way back, and I had mentioned that sometimes it's too bad that I can't do a video of when they recover. And I said, well, maybe when I prune another rain tree, I'll go ahead and update this one. And I'm going to prune one of this guy's little brothers or sisters, whatever you want to call them, here in a minute. And I just, this is the time I think it just looks the absolute best. The new lime green leaves are starting to just kind of blend in with the darker green leaves of the more mature ones. And also, from the overwhelming, decision of everybody in the comments of the last video is that I am going to go ahead and cut this dead wood the rest of the way off. I'm not going to cut it to the stump. I'm just going to cut off basically the visible portion of it. Still got that little dead chunk there and there. Eventually I'll just have to wait for the rest of the tree just to kind of envelop it. But even there, that does clean up the canopy a little bit. And since I wasn't really planning on putting any any lime sulfur or anything like that on it, probably looks better without it anyway. All right, let's go get this guy's little sister. All right, so here's this guy's little sister. Kind of stuck between a spot where, I would like the trunk to get a little bit more thicker, but I would also like trying to put a little bit of design into it. So I've been kind of letting it grow out between trims, but beyond here, it starts actually getting a little bit of a wind hazard out there, just in that I don't really need it taking a spill or anything. If I started tying my trees down, I actually did for a little while, but out in the Florida sun, the bungee cords will just rot really quick. And I like to kind of keep them rotated in the sun and everything too. And it's so hard you got to sit there and untie them and everything else. But going for a little more of a flat top look on this one. Sometimes I kind of question my motive there and everything. I don't really want to wire it into that position. Anyhow, the last time I cut it back, I can see all the old prune marks. I cut it back to around there. And so what I want to do now is just kind of cut it just up off of those just a little bit more. There's also a couple spots here where two branches came out right in the same spot, and I'm going to go ahead and eliminate some of the second branches there too. This is one of them. So I had almost three out of that same spot, but I'm just going to come up like a node or two beyond that last prune mark. I pruned it there. I'm going to go ahead and get just below that one. I think I left that one up a little bit too high that time. The idea is you don't want, for me anyway, you don't want to start pollarding it. Pollarding is what they do to the crepe myrtles all the time. And it winds up you'll get a big knob right there. You don't want to prune it at the same spot every time, like looking for like a 4-foot hedge or something like that. You either want to cut below your last prunes or like above it a little bit. And of course, going above it a little bit would be the way you kind of shoot for a little bit extra growth. Here's another spot with two branches coming out of the same point. Take that one completely out. And then this one, and like I said, just coming up a node or two from the last prune mark. This one shot up out of the crotch of those two branches. I gotta take that whole thing off. And then that one I just kind of left a node going that way so it'll kind of grow out instead of back into the tree like it was. And then this one kind of shot out of the side. And for now, I can always prune it completely off one day. I think for now I'll just go for something like that. And that should give you guys a little bit of a better look. I was kind of surprised as out of whack as it was there. How actually just kind of nice and tame it looks now compared to the other one when I cut it back. Considering it's a 2-year-old cutting, getting a nice little root spread on there. Bit of surface root coming out that way. And it should even look even better when it recovers. I might try to update you guys on this one when I get the when I give the third one a haircut here soon.